this recording, we will talk about the different notifications that you can set up and receive emails against into your own inbox. To do that, though, you do need to register yourself and create yourself an account on TeamUp. So, to show you how you do that, I'm in the coaches calendar. You can see at the top here it says coaches, all calendars read only, plus add for event submission. And on the right hand side, you'll see those three little, like that hamburger like icon, the three horizontal lines. If I click on that, I get a view or a drop down menu, excuse me, and I'm going to go into preferences. And I can see I've got reminders, notifications, daily agenda. Those are the three we care about right now. I'm going to go click on default reminders. Sorry, I've got to follow the flow here. And then go to the other one that comes up. Oops. Not always easy on the Apple. There we go. So when you get into that screen, it tells you it can, what it does. But to do it, you do need to have an account that you log into. So I'm going to hit login. Now, if you follow this, it will take you out here. You can go ahead and create a free account to set yourself up. And then once you do that, it gives you a dashboard. I have already done that for myself. So I'm going to log in with my account. Okay. So once I'm in, I've already added these to my dashboard. So as an administrator, I've got an administrator calendar view, and then I have the one we're talking about just now. So here's what I have. Again, you could add, a view only one if you wanted, or ones that you want to add for a particular field view, and you can get that from that Word document we discussed already. So I'm going to go into this one, and now we're in the one that we're used to, which is the all calendars plus the event submission. And I'm going to go back into those links again, the three vertical arrow lines, preferences, reminders. I'm having to navigate a little bit with this. There we go. Oh dear. Sorry, it's the Mac view. There we go. It comes up and I got to get to it. All right, there we go. So now I'm looking at this view. Now you can see here that I can set up different reminders. Now, it's important you understand the way we're set up is we're doing it by calendar, which links to different fields. So if I want to get a reminder, that's what they call sub calendars here. But you can do individual events separately, and I get to that in a second here. But I'm going to go down here and say, okay, let me know when there's something happens at the stadium. I can hit edit, and it tells me how I want to get reminders. So remind me about events that are going on, and you can see here you can decide how you want to do it. But again, you're going to get everything on this. So these aren't specific to your entries. You will get reminders for everything, for every event going on, which is probably what you don't want, right? So I'm just not doing anything here. Let's go to the email notifications. So email notifications, I can set it up that I get emails with, again, when, if notifications are happening. So my email address is active, when it changes, and then what do I want to be notified about? So what I want to say all sub calendars, or I can go down here and I can select which calendars I want to track. So again, it's your choice, right? It's by field location. And then each one, I can decide what I want to track. All changes, new events, or important changes. You can see how it's broken down here. And what do those mean? Well, if I just go back out of this and I'm going to pick all calendars to make it easy, it tells you here. So important changes. That means new events, a date, time change, and a deletion of an event. It tells you right there. If I go and pick all changes, it will then track, anything that updates at all on those entries. So it's really your choice again about how you want to track that. But again, just to be very clear, you get notified about any change to any event in that calendar. That's not just your event. Okay? And lastly, on this one is the daily agenda. Now, a daily agenda, what that does is it gives you an update each day, again, to what an area you want to see. So I want to go and make it active. I want to get an update, how many days you want to include in the agenda email you get, when do you want to get the email sent, and then what calendars do you want to include. And so I'm going to get a daily email of the agenda into my inbox based on what I select down here. Okay. So again, just be aware of all this and how you set that up. But now the more important one is, how do I get access? How do I get notified about the events that I have created myself? Okay. So I'm going to go back in here, back into the calendar, and I believe I can do it after I've actually made that submission. So I'm going to go to April 6th. In an earlier video, I put out there an entry out here, okay? And I'm going to go into that one. And you'll see that I can open it up and I can go in, and I can't edit this, but I can set up reminders inside this. So this is the one I entered, and I want to get a reminder for this. So I can go in, click on this link, and I can go and set up a new reminder. So I can say that it emails me 10 minutes before this event takes place, basically. So again, there's some good help here you can go into, gives you a lot more details if you so wanted to. But again, it's all about getting reminders about the different entries. So again, that's a reminder for my submission, okay? And then you can also, as I discussed already, go out and get reminders out here under preferences for everything in the whole calendar. So again, it's entirely up to you how you want to do that, but that just gives you a few options that you can work with there. Okay? All right. Thank you.